Yo, people, welcome back to the channel and its championship preview. I love the championship. Really starting things into it now. And yeah, it's another game week and another tough week to predict the results of each game. Been a tough, tough one for me to predict all these games. Um, but just going to check the points that I got and last week's results before we get into everything. If we look, so yeah, um, so surprising results. Preston early kickoff hammering Blackburn 4-1. Blackburn were at home also. I said 2-1 Blackburn in that one. So not a good one on my side there, but I don't think many people predicted it to be fair. If we look at Rora and Bristol City, not an awful prediction from at my end. I said 1-1. Rora, they got slapped up 3-1. So Bristol City getting the victory there. Then Reading Coventry, I thought it would be a high scoring game. I thought it would be a good game. But Coventry, they just couldn't put the ball in the back of the net. And it ended 1-0 Reading. Then Blackpool Birmingham. Gutting for Birmingham. They probably should have beaten Blackpool. Blackpool have been awful. But Blackpool, they avoid that 5 losses in a row. Now the last 5 games they have lost 4 and drawn 1. Of course, there's been the one that game ended 0-0. I said 2-1 Birmingham. The Middlesbrough Luton, probably expected Middlesbrough winning. Luton did get a red card. I'm not sure how it happened, but yeah, I said 1-0 to Luton, and it was 2-1 to Middlesbrough. Then Millwall Wigan, I thought Millwall would do it. It's 1-0. Didn't. It ended 1-1. 1-1. Good. So yeah. Sheffield United, Huddersfield. This is also the first points I got. I said 1-0 Sheffield United. I said 3-0 Sheffield United. It ended up 1-0. Um, so yeah, Huddersfield surprisingly not conceding as much, but we all know Sheffield United. They sometimes they like to do a madness and lose for or lose to the small teams. Then another point I got, I said Stoke and Cardiff City would drew 0-0, but it was a 2-2 game. So yeah, at least I got it as a draw, right? And then my first 3 points and my only 3 points this weekend was Swansea versus Norwich. I said 1-0 to Norwich, and it was 1-0 to Norwich. And Sunday, of course, Burnley played QPR. Burnley beat them 3-0. That's expected. It's going 2-1 Burnley, tight game. What I've learned about QPR, they're not this like big team. They're not this massive team. They do have some crazy results and go on some great runs where they do score, do win big games, but they do fall off. They fall off and then keep you, and then they just go into a slump. And that's in what they are in right now. Then Watford Old City, the 3 p.m. game. Luckily, most people in the UK couldn't see that, but whoa, that's an awful game. No. And then on Monday, we did a watch along to it. West Brom Sunderland. I said 2-2, another 2-2. And I was close to be fair, 2-1. West Brom getting the second goal. Good job there for West Brom. So yeah, but the championship is almost. Oh no, this week means it is at his halfway mark, and it's going to be interesting to see. But let's get into the predictions. But before I do that, do make sure to smash a like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Yeah, we are 10 away from 300. Can we get it before Christmas or even on Christmas Day? Which will make it more special, but it's going to be interesting to see. But yeah, Birmingham City play Reading at uh, and Birmingham are the home team. If we look at some of the recent games between them at Birmingham's at Birmingham home games, Reading beat them 2-1, then Birmingham beat them 2-1, then Reading 3-1, then Birmingham 2-1, then Reading 2-0, and Reading 1-0. Overall, in the last 10 results, Birmingham have won 5, 2 at home, 3 away. There's been one draw. Reading have won 4, 1 home, 1 and 3 away. So Reading they usually win when away from home, and that's why I'm picking them again 2-1. 2-1 Reading I'm going to go with. They don't have the best away record, but Birmingham don't have the best home record, to be fair. So yeah, we move on to Bristol City. This is Stoke City. If we look at Bristol City, they lost 5 games, but they have drawn 3, lost 1, and won 1. Head to head, they lost 8 results. Bristol won 4 away, 1 at home, drawn 1. Stoke 1-2 away, but they have drawn one. So uh, so I'm going to say they will draw. Just think where they both teams are in right now in the championship. I think a draw is going to be a good one, a good prediction for that. Now we move on to Burnley Middlesbrough. The last 2 results have been Burnley 1-0 and then Middlesbrough 0-0. Form wise, Burnley coming off a 3-0, 2 3-0 victories. This is QPR on the road, and this is Blackburn. Ben, of course, that's the last game before the World Cup break. And then they lost 5-2 to Sheffield United. Since then, they have won most of the games. After the 5-2 loss to Sheffield United, they won the previous 4 games, so drawing to Birmingham City. They have only had 2 losses so far this season, so an upset for Middlesbrough is mostly unlikely, especially with the home form Burnley have. And if you look at Middlesbrough away form, 4 games, 1 out of 11, not good, not good. Burnley's home form is 7 games played at home. 11 games played at home, 7-1. And now we move on to Cardiff City versus Black. My score prediction for that is 2-1 Burnley. If we move on to Cardiff Blackpool. Cardiff played Blackpool. It's going to be an interesting one. If we look at the last 2 results, which is covered by Super Brew, which is the app I use. 2-0 Cardiff and 1-1 draw. Form-wise, Cardiff coming into this, as they drew 2 to Stoke, lost 1-0 to Sheffield, lost 3-2 to Hull City. Don't have the best home form or away form, but most of the time they lose, but they play a non-confident Blackpool side. Been awful. Haven't won a game in their last 5 games. won one game in the last six games. Not been the best season for Blackpool. And I'm gonna back Cardiff 2-0, 2-0 Cardiff. Now we move on to Coventry versus Swansea. Again, located only 4 games that has been covered on Super Brew, and all of them have been won by Swansea. One have been draws, but this is where I'm going with the form. Form wise, you look at home Coventry City on 5 out of the 9 games at home. Of course, there has been a few games postponed that they're still catching up. There will be a midweek game, which I will also predict, which I believe they has them in it. So it's been a 1-0 rating, and the rest of the 4 games have won. If we look at that, Swansea haven't won in 1, 2, 3. Haven't won in 6 games. Um, Sorry, it's Coventry, not Cardiff. If I said Cardiff, my mistake. It's Coventry. But the last one did come against Cardiff. 2-0. So yeah, they won 3 out of the 11 games away from home. So a draw wise, I don't know how many. So they mostly they drew. Yeah, they drew. They lost. They drew 3 of their last. Drew 2 of the last 3 games away from home. Sorry, no. Out of 4 games that have been played away, they have drawn 3. So yeah, but just Coventry, they look good. They look good. Besides that loss, was that they did pick up against Reading. So I'm going to say a 1-0 to Coventry. Then if we move on to Huddersfield, Watford. Watford is disappointing versus Hull City, and same versus Bristol. Just before it was the World Cup break. Both of those were no draws. Will they make it another one? I think so. I think it will be another no draw. If you look, the last 6 fixtures between those 2 teams have not been draws. Funnily enough, Huddersfield Town have won 2 of them games against what 2 have won 3 games against Watford. 2 of them have been at home and 1 away, and same goes for Watford. So yeah, so I just think Huddersfield they were all out. Like they don't want to lose against Park the Bus. As I might be wrong. I'm just taking like knowledge of teams in the relegation zone, not trying to lose so many points and sitting back. There might not be a team that parked the bus, but um, yeah, I'm going 0-0 in that game. Then Hull City Sunderland. Cannot Hull City get a win? When of course last time they won, they beat Cardiff City 3-2, and that was on the 8th of November. That's more than a month ago. Now, of course, we had the World Cup break, but still. Um, but yeah, they drew versus Watford, of course, 0-0. They lost to Reading 2-1 in the game. Last game before the World Cup break. And then, yeah, if we look Sunderland for me, their away form is really good. 5 games won on the road, 11 out of 11. History wise, um, they mostly draw at our city's ground, or Sunderland won. Out of the previous 8 games, they have only won 1 game at home, Hull City. So yeah, I'm gonna back Sunderland. They just look good. If they win, they can sneak up close to the playoffs. They're currently in 11th place, so yeah. We move on to Preston versus QPR. Preston versus QPR. If we look at Preston, of course, they beat Blackburn 4-1, which not many people expected, but their away record is really, really good. Six games, 1 out of 11. Home ones not so good. They won three out of the 11 games at home, losing to Millwall 4-2. Blackpool, yeah, that's the and losing to Stoke 2-0 also at home. Other outstanding results, but they have been in good nick. Preston, again, they one of the sides that could sneak up. Oh no, I think they in are they in the? I think they maybe in the playoffs, but they can go up further into the playoffs or go into the playoffs if they're not yet. QPR, they're on a 4 match losing streak. Will they make it five? Um, yeah, like I said, when I went through the game versus Burnley, what I've noticed, like they started really well, or not really well. They started iffy, but then there was this almost 4 game period until they lost to Luton, where they were magnificent. And then of course Luton slapped them up 3-1, and after that they won 2 games and draw and lost the rest. So yeah, and if we look at it, the last 10 results, keep it present usually dominate them. There has been one draw between the two teams. Preston have won 6 of those 10 games. QPR won 3. They've only beaten Preston one time away from home, and yeah, so it's gonna be tough for them. I'm going to say 2-1 to Preston. Maybe thinking of it now, it might be 3-1, but I'm gonna stick to a 2-1. But speaking of 3-1, that's my prediction for West Ham Rotherham. 3-1. 3-1 West Brom. I think West Brom, they're on a 4 match winning streak ever since they lost to Sheffield United. They have looked really good. They've turned the page, it almost seems like. And their home record is not the best, but they're ranking up the ones. They're getting the ones. Rotherham, they have not given me confidence. This season isn't. They've been awful. Like they've been absolute garbage season. Of their away games, they have won 2 out of 11. Home ones 4 out of 11. Terrible. That's why I'm going three, um, three, 3-1 to West Brom. Yeah, their last one was versus Sheffield United, but that was of course the second game before the World Cup break. Now if we move on to Norwich versus Blackburn, which is also the last game on the weekend, as Luton versus Mull is postponed. Gutting because Luton would have been on TV, I believe. So yeah, gutting, really gutting. Um, but hey, what can you do? Luton, they are. Sorry, Norwich. They have some games where they magnificent and other games where they terrible, like Middlesbrough at home on the last game before the World Cup. But they have not been giving convincing vibes. They can be beaten. Um, but home form, 5 out of 11. And Blackburn, this is where my head is turned. Blackburn have not been good ever since that loss to that one against Huddersfield. So it's been a win, but that's been good. They lost to Burnley 3-0, then lost to Preston at home for 1, and they usually have a good record at home too. Um, but yeah, away form not great. Won 4 out of the 11 games at home. That's the situation around Blackburn. Will they turn it around? I don't know. But I'm gonna say 2-0 to Norwich. That's my predictions. And we move on to a Monday night game, which I believe may be the last game. Sorry, it's not the last game. We of course got that midweek game, which is also a catch-up game at Coventry missed, which is versus West Brom. But yeah, Wigan, Sheffield United. If you look head to head, Sheffield United dominates it. Um, they've won the previous two games against each other. Sheffield United, they have almost, they look good. Look back to the best. Wigan don't really look good. And they got a terrible home record. They won 2 of the 11 games at home. Um, so it's either they draw or lose at home. So, but mostly they lose. So yeah, I'm gonna back Sheffield United 3-0. I think that's going to be one that stamps authority. Now, of course, both teams, Coventry and West Brom, play on the weekend. So I'm not gonna go into like recent results and everything. Just gonna give my score prediction. So if you can get a guy on the bike outside. So yeah. Um, he's gone now. So yeah, sorry if you could hear him. But yeah. But like I said, West Brom they have been in good nick, but I just think Coventry do it because of their good home record. Um, and West Brom they don't have the best away form, so I'm gonna say 2-1 to Coventry in that game. So, but my prediction might change if let's say West Brom or Coventry lose. But if my prediction does change, I will let you know in the community tab. But yeah, that's for my predictions. Thank you all that I've watched, and yeah, do make sure to get in your predictions. As I did go along, so, if you haven't already, do smash your to get your predictions in, and don't forget smash a like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let's get to 300, and yeah, maybe 400 by the time this channel is a year old. Maybe not. But yeah, that's all my predictions. The game I'm most excited for, we'll quickly do that. Uh, like Birmingham Reading, I'm kind of excited for that game. Any other games on TV? Sheffield United, Wigan. I think Coventry West Brom. That's also a game I'm looking forward to. Coventry vs West Brom and Reading vs Birmingham City. That's 2 games I'm excited for. Gutting that Luton not playing because I probably could have watched him, depending if he has been was going to show that game. But yeah, that's all. That's just me rambling on. Do make sure. Nah, I already said that. But yeah, I'm gonna say goodbye to you guys now. Have a good weekend. We will also be live. By the time this comes out, probably an hour, maybe an hour and a half. Also, yeah, do tune in to the World Cup stream. Who yes, that is where I will do my prediction. For the World Cup final, it's gonna be a good one. So yeah, see you all in a bit, people. Cheers.